We started out with rain with the storm system yesterday. Then as colder air worked in not only upstairs but down to the surface, we saw rain and snow throughout parts of the region. Technically, we still have a winter weather advisory for Berry, Lawrence, and Benton County on the Missouri and Arkansas side until 3 o'clock this afternoon. But we really have lightened things up ever since the morning began. I have the radar cranked up in terms of its sensitivity, but even with these lightest returns suggesting very light rain, these are very light showers north of Fort Scott, around Baxter, Galena, Riverton, Joplin, and even then we're talking about sprinkles or light showers. So ever since we started the day out, we have really went from a wide swath of rain and snow. And now as that storm system continues to move on, in fact, let me widen out the view and show you this upper low. This was centered on top of central Arkansas, northern Louisiana this morning, but it is slowly marching through the rest of the deep south, working through Mississippi and Alabama. We can see Freeman Health System on the south side of town showing cloudy skies and at least a dry look from the south side of Joplin. 38 degrees, feels like 31 with a northeast breeze at about 10 miles per hour. Otherwise, around the rest of the region, we are at 36 in Iola, already near 40 in Chanute, but most of us are in the mid to upper 30s. And I really think this is where temperatures are going to hold for the rest of the afternoon, because even though we're done with the rain and snow chances pretty much, except for maybe a few sprinkles or a few flurries, the cloud cover doesn't budge. And with that northeast breeze of 5 to 10, I think around Joplin we'll only make it to 39 degrees this afternoon before we drop to 36 by 6 o'clock and drop to 28. So keep in mind with temperatures near 28 as we go into tonight. Even though we're going to be dry, if there are any roads that are still wet, that could lead to some slick spots for the morning commute as we begin your Friday. So let's take you through the rest of the day on the Future Track. So here we are at noon, the Future Track doing a good job showing the rest of that rain and snow just tapering off. And again, if you had to twist my arm, maybe a couple sprinkles or a random shower still possible before we get this evening going. But as for the rest of the night, it's mostly cloudy skies, dropping back into the upper 20s. And even though we're dry on Friday, we're still going to hold on to pretty much mostly cloudy skies and temperatures, again, just lucky if we can get into the upper 30s for afternoon highs. At the very least, looking at the jet stream setup to take us through the next several days, the upper low on top of us now are sliding out to our southeast, continues its march toward the east coast as we get the weekend going. Doesn't look like any big storm systems on the way for Saturday, but for Sunday, another quick low wants to come out of the Pacific Northwest, but this one wants to take a really sharp dive into Texas. So this is going to keep much of the moisture to ourselves as we wrap up the weekend on Sunday and even going into Monday. But as long as it skirts close by, I'm not going to rule out a random flurry as we go into Sunday and maybe perhaps on Monday. And then we're going to see a better setup working as we head toward the middle of next week. So staying pretty cold as we head for the rest of the weekend. 39 today, 38 Friday. At least we're back near 40 on Saturday. Again, that second quick low, maybe a few flurries on Sunday and possibly Monday. But we're cold to start next week out, Tanya. Then 40s on Tuesday and possibly 56 on Wednesday.
Basically, it's going to be a cold start to the weekend and stay that way.
Well, at least until we get to the middle of next week. So this is like a little reward that we'll be treated to once we get past this cold week.
Yeah, I look forward to that. All right. Thanks, Nick.